So ladies and gentlemen, before we carry on, right, we're going to do a quick exercise together. We're going to do a quick visualization exercise. I want you to sit back, relax and close your eyes. And I'm going to do this with you, okay? So just imagine being born into a royal family, full of prestige, full of honor, full of money, full of privileges, and still coming out every single day you're interviewed and claiming you are so oppressed. Right, let's all open our eyes together. Yeah, we all feel stupid, don't we? Because it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't add up. But this is the story we have going on with Harry and Meghan, because apparently they experience so much oppression. What do they actually do with their lives anymore? I don't know, because all they do is complain. If anybody else can let me know in the comments, I'm being serious because I have no idea. This time, however, it's not with Oprah Winfrey. It's not an Oprah Winfrey interview, you know, you get a car, you get a car. Nah, this time it's all about this trailer that has just dropped about their lives. This documentary that is going to show everybody the oppression, the struggles, the racism, the misogyny they all went through being part of the royal family. You can tell where this storyline is going. I'm just going to say this right, and it's going to be controversial to say, so we're going to get it out of the way as soon as possible. Buckle up. This is what happens when you end up marrying somebody who is all for the woke ideology. She has forced this man to change his life for her. She has forced this man to leave his family and his duties behind, all in the name of oppression, so she can start hashtags, appear on podcasts, and claim about all the oppression, and make claims such as using the word difficult is such a mean thing to do. How dare you use the word difficult? She has forced this man to leave his family and his duties behind so they can create documentaries. The duties that he was born into, the shoes that he has to fill, and in my opinion, as a man, it is your prerogative, it is essential you do those things. I don't care how much you hate it. Because let's be honest, those duties would have still been there in 10 years' time. You don't know if this woman's still going to be by your side in 10 years. She could leave and take everything, and you will go back crying to your family, please let me back in, and they might say no. And hey, it could end up even worse. You could end up like Will Smith. And not only is that bad for you, but that is terrible for me and my self-image, because then I can't go abroad without people laughing at me. Damn! But back to the trailer, I will say, it is laughable, it is hilarious, and I know you've seen it as well, and some of the stuff they have included is just so idiotic. And I'm not talking about this random dude here who is making all of these claims, such as this.
There was a war against Meghan to suit other people's agendas.
It's about hatred, it's about race.
Or when Harry is apparently speaking on the suffering of women joining the royal family.
It's a dirty game. Pain and suffering of women marrying into this institution, this feeding frenzy.
It's just so terrible. The suffering, the oppression, the privileges, the money. No, they have lied to everybody in this trailer. Either it's Netflix's fault, or Prince Harry and Meghan have done this, or you know what? Maybe it's all of them collectively together, because they have included so many misleading images that I don't even know how they thought they would get away with it. Take a look at this picture right here on your screen, right? Apparently, this is to suggest that the press are intrusive and they're completely insane and they're barbaric, which, yeah, okay, I kind of agree with, because I just find it really weird in itself that people will devote their lives to following people about and taking pictures no matter what. That's sad in itself. However, it's not the case here. Robert Jobson, a royal editor, goes on to clarify on Twitter by saying this photograph used by Netflix and Harry and Meghan to suggest intrusion by the press is a complete travesty. It was taken from an accredited pool at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Cape Town. Only 3 people were in the accredited position. H&M agreed the position. I was there. I mean, the oppression, eh? I mean, hey, look, listen. Harry, Meghan, man to man, man to woman, if you're going to complain about being oppressed the whole time you were with the royal family, which you're in your right to do so, okay? You're allowed to do that. Just don't lie, okay? Because if you're going to keep on lying, people who watch this, the people who don't follow the crowds and just nod their heads and be like, oh my God, they're not going to believe anything you say in this documentary. Just a, little bit of advice there, because it's not the only time. Oh, no. You would think, right, if it was one time, you could give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there was just a little editing mistake. I mean, I would hope Netflix are employing competent editors, but anyway. There's a second case. This image right here is supposed to convey the distressed look, right? And it's all about him not wanting history to repeat itself, which I assume is all to do with, his mum Diana's situation, which I'll say now, and maybe I'm not allowed to say this, but Her situation, Diana's situation, is very different, very, very different to Meghan's. Right, let's just put that out there. However, ladies and gentlemen, I shit you not, these photos are from a Katie Price photo shoot, and we don't need to talk about her, but you can see the photos on your screen and a clarification of the shoot with this image right here with the date and location from Sky News. And even after just showing you those two pieces of evidence, right, I'll tell you now, there are people on Twitter who are actually saying to themselves and everybody out there, maybe they didn't know about the trailer, maybe they haven't even seen... Listen, okay, let's just run it down a second. Harry and Meghan would have watched the trailer. They would have greenlit the trailer. They would have seen everything and been like, yeah, you know what, Netflix, you can go ahead with this. I'm not falling for that garbage, okay? How entitled do two people have to be part of a royal family? Well, they were part of a royal family, one of the most powerful families in the world. How entitled do you have to be to then go make a documentary with Netflix complaining about your oppression? It doesn't make any sense because you only have to look at the streets in England to see people are facing genuine hard times, genuine oppression. Why don't we make a documentary about those people? And do you know what? I said earlier that this man has roles to fill. He has duties to abide by. I would respect it more if he just said, right, guys, I'm leaving the royal family. I'm going away. You won't hear of me again. And he just lived his life in silence with Meghan. They lived in a cottage somewhere in the countryside and raised their family. But no, you are hell-bent on being exactly the opposite. You are hell-bent on tearing something down that you do not have the right to do so. Hey, I don't like the royal family that much, okay? Because for me, they symbolize a class division by the people. But you need to have a little bit of respect for your own family, mate. Yeah? I know you feel quite entitled. You've got a wife next to you and you feel like you're the king of the world. No, this is just Lizzo all over again. I'm so oppressed whilst having millions in the bank. It doesn't make any sense. Holy. They've done it a third time. An image of Harry and Meghan being used, accusing the paparazzi of stalking them in their new Netflix documentary is actually the invited media for a Harry Potter film premiere. The picture was taken 5 years before the Ginger and the Whinger even met. It's just so embarrassing. So we have 3 instances that I just showed you, which confirms to me and should confirm to everybody else, this isn't an accident, right? It's not a coincidence. It wasn't an editing mistake by Netflix. No, it was done on purpose because the 2 people that this is all about obviously found out their narrative that they're trying to portray to everybody isn't as strong as they once thought. So they've decided, well, hey, let's just lie to everybody because they know there'll be people out there who will eat all of this up. Oh my gosh, the oppression. Look at the paparazzi chasing them. They'll be crying about the oppression. Like I said earlier, man, it just doesn't make sense for 2 people. And I just think it's her mainly, right? Because, you know, the left like to poison the mind of everybody. So she's just poisoning his mind. But it just doesn't make any sense for 2 people who are part of one of the most powerful families in the world, who had all the privileges, all the protection, all the security, all the money, to then come out and make a documentary about oppression. Like, to us, that just doesn't make any sense. But to the average person, oh my gosh, because everybody's oppressed these days, even people of the royal family. And we must respect their feelings because we're in the age of Felix. Anyway, what is your opinion on the trailer, ladies and gentlemen? Have you seen it? Do you believe everything that is said? I would be interested to know. If you have enjoyed today's video, then please for me, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Please for me, make sure to always have a great day and stay safe. I'm out. Peace. See you next time.